والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن ولا أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, we have reached ayat number 18 from Surah al Mulk. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says, وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. وَلَقَدْ, and it means an emphasis. Wa is and laqad. There's two forms of emphasis here. Kadhaba, meaning to deny or to belie, something. Alladhina, those, min qablihim, who from before them. Those from before them, meaning those before them. Not necessarily have to translate the word min here before. وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ, those who came before them, they denied as well. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. فَكَيْفَ, so then how, kana was my nakir, from noon kaf ra. Noon kaf ra. Here has the meaning of not just nakir but inkar, or to disavow something, to reproach or to reject, right? So how was my rejection? How was my disavowal of them? How was my, and as we said yesterday, for nadir, nakir is the same way, just the same as it was nadiri, and it's also nakiri, right? Nakiri. And the ya is dropped here for purposes of differentiating this, the ayat 18 from ayat 19. So it means my disavowal. How was my disavowal? How was my rejection? Meaning of them, those people who denied. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرِي. How was my disavowal? Like the word inkar, to reject something, to contest it. How is my contesting of their denial, right? In other words, and how it's translated in the Noble Quran, how was my, how terrible, it says, how terrible, or meaning when I ask you, well, how was my response? Meaning how terrible was my response, right? How harsh was my response, even if I don't say it. How was my answer? Somebody hit me and then I hit them back or whatever, harder. How was my response? Meaning how bad was mine, right? How terrible was my denial, or, and it says in parentheses, my punishment. When Allah is denying them or rejecting them, disavowing their denial, then it's referring to his punishment of them. So وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. So there have, those before them have denied. And here we're talking about those before the Quraysh, right? Those before the Quraysh. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. So then how was my denial? How was my punishment? How was my rejection of them, right? Basically. As for the grammatical analysis of the ayah, then the waw is isti'nafiyya, meaning it's connected to what's before it, but it can stand on its own. Laqad, the lam, is the lam of waqiya, meaning it's actually taking place, a kind of an emphasis. And the qad is a harf tahqiq, a particle of actualization, against, again, another time of a type of emphasis. Kadhaba is a fil madi, mabni al fath, Alladhina is ismu mawsul fi mahal raf fa'il. So alladhina here is your fa'il. Kadhaba alladhina. Min is a harf jar, and qabli is ismu majroor. The ha is fi mahal raf jar bil idafa, and the meme, as we always say, is for plurality. Right? So we already know that, for instance, 1 second here. I did something. I gotta get this notification moved on my side. طيب. So we say قبله, right? قبله. This ha means him, and when we add a meme, it just means plural, right? So قبله and قبلهم. The only difference between he and him is the meme. The meme shows plurality, and the alif would show قبلهما would show duality, right? So the ha here is your actual pronoun, right? And it's majroor after qabl, a dharf, which is majroor after min, which is a harf jar. And the meme, as we said, shows plurality. فكيف, fa is harfu atf. كيف is ismu istifham مبني على الفتح في محل النصب, because it is the khabar of kana. Kana here, as we know, is a harfu, is a fil nasikh. Kana is a fil madi nasikh, and it has an ism and a khabar. Its ism is marfu and its khabar is mansub. And this is your khabar here. Just like we had yesterday, kayfa nadhiri. Kayfa nadhiri. Nadhiri was your mubtada, and kayfa was your khabar. Here we have nakiri kayfa. Like my denial is how, right? My denial is how. So if we replace if we ask the word kayf, how is something, and we answer it. For example, shadid. How was the punishment? Shadid. So then we would say nakiri shadid. Nadhiri shadid. So kayfa is in place of the khabar here, or it is the khabar mansub, although it's mabni ala fatha. Kana, as we said, is a fil madi, mabni ala fatha, and the ism of kana is nakir. But because it has a ya, and that ya is dropped, first off, even if the ya was there, we would not be able to see the sign of marfu because of the ya al-mutakallim. And then once the ya is there, or even once the ya is dropped for the ayah. So for kayfa, kayfa is your khabaru kana mansub, khabaru kana muqaddam mansub. Kana is fil madi, mabni al fatha, right? And it is a fi'l nasikh. And then we have nakir is your mubtada marfu muakhar. It's your mubtada, which is delayed, and it is marfu. But you cannot see it is marfu because of the ya al-mutakallim. And the ya al-mutakallim is dropped because of the ayah, meaning to distinguish between the end of this ayah and the beginning of the next ayah. That's your grammar for this surah. As for the tafsir, it's pretty straightforward. The kuffar before the Quraysh have denied the prophets, such as Nuh and Ad, the people of Nuh, and the people of Ad and Thamud, and the people of Lut, and the people of Shu'aib, and the people of Fir'aun, and other than them from the previous nations. They all denied the messenger and the message and the warning that Allah had sent to them, and so Allah destroyed them with his punishment in this life. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرِ, so how was my punishment? So Allah is asking them, how was my inkar? Inkar meaning someone does something, you make inkar, or someone does something wrong and you make inkar, whether that be with your tongue or with your hand or with your heart. So kayfa inkari alayhim takdhibahum hina adhabtuhum. So then how was my punishment, or how was my rejection of their denial when I punished them? How severe was it? How great was it? And so Allah is asking us here, or asking them, so that they can be aware of that and when they do deny. Tell you 1 second. Inshallah, we'll conclude there, and we'll come back with ayat number 19 tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.